Hello everybody, Reggie Time here, and we're doing something slightly different for this video because it's a end of month review. So we're just going to play some of my more recent hands in the background. It's not a particularly long video, and we're just going to keep playing this on loop for the visual, whilst I talk about what's happened in my month, what I've liked about it, what I've not liked about it so much, and yeah, it's much more of a blog style entry than anything else. Please don't forget to hit like, share, subscribe, all of those things. If you come across this on Twitter, then hit the retweet button. On Facebook, hit the like button in YouTube, etc. And yeah, if you like what you see with my results and you like what you see in the few hands you're going to see here, um, then you can get in touch with me via Facebook, via YouTube, via Twitter, via email. All the contact methods are listed beneath the video, and yeah, I can get you hooked up in these games pretty quickly, and hopefully you can put the same sort of months together that I've been putting together recently. So we'll kick the video off, but we're not going to talk about any of the hands. So why is that not muting? It's muted now. Not sure if you heard me fart there. If you did, I apologise. It was a fart when I was recording the initial video, not an actual fart now. Not that it matters. I mean, farts are farting, isn't it? It's not very polite, but fuck it. So yeah, what's happened this month? What have I taken from this month that I'm going to try and take into next month to try and do even better? I think where I've done the worst, I think, is that my short-handed play, it's never been very good, and it still isn't very good. It's moderate at best. I undoubtedly lose to Regs, heads up, possibly even three-handed. And I need the weaker players to be in there to make that profitable for me. But what does make it profitable is that by table starting, you almost always get involved in good games. So even if I'm not making a lot for the first 5-10 minutes of the session or of a particular table session, um, because my short-handed play just isn't very good, I think it's still a good strategy for me long term because it gets me in like really good ring games where my style is particularly profitable in these clubs in the games that I put myself in. So I probably need to give some more thought to how I'm going to improve my short-handed play, but also um, be sure not to try and table start more than one game at a time. Sometimes I'll try and start a 40-L and a 60-L or a 60-L and a 100-L game. Then I'll be heads up or three-handed at two tables, and I just won't do very well. The quicker the tables fill, the better it is for me. But sometimes, when I'm playing at off peak times, tables don't fill very quickly. So if I'm playing two tables heads up or short-handed, I'm not sure that's good for me in terms of my win rate under those precise conditions. But as I said earlier, I think long term it's probably still a good thing for me to do. But getting better short-handed, so I'm winning more or at least breaking even during those periods, would obviously have a big impact on my bottom line because perhaps 25% or more of my volume is played short-handed, and if I'm only breaking even at that or slightly losing, slightly winning, then there's clearly a lot of room for improvement there. The next thing I want to get better at is going to bed earlier and waking up earlier. Um, I like to start my sessions, or ideally, I'd like to start my sessions at like 7 in the morning. I typically play against Australians and Asian players, where it's 7 in the morning, it's like 5 in the evening their time, 5, 6 in the evening, and then I can play for 3 or 4 hours, maybe even 5 hours, and play right through their evening time, which is their peak time. So you're gonna have like the most traffic, you're gonna have the best recreational to regular player ratio. That's obviously always going to be better for me, but um, I've kind of been staying up later than I should be to 1, 2 in the morning. And then when my alarm goes off at 6 a.m., I'm kind of like, fuck that, and just like get out, get up, off, back. Just landed the phone on my fucking knee when I threw it. Yeah, kind of just throw my phone the fuck away and don't wake up, which isn't good, then it's like 7:30, 7:45 before I'm waking up. By the time I've checked my messages, woke up properly, had a cup of tea, it's 7:30 before I'm getting started, and I've lost 2 hours where I could just grind in pure peace. The wife would still be in bed. I'd just have the living room to myself, no background noise, just grinding. So I need to get much better at waking up at 6:30 for the 7:15 start. For 7:15 start, that shouldn't be too difficult. But I have um, I have joined a Discord group for Sky players, and I've been playing some MTTs in the evening, which has had a positive effect on my game, which we'll talk about in a minute. But it also means to stay up chatting absolute bullshit um, with night owls till midnight, 1, 2 in the morning. If someone has like a decent final table, I'll rail that, and then it's 1:30 in the morning. You're not quite tired. You're not getting to sleep till gone 2 a.m. So you don't want to wake up at 6:30 because you've only had 4 hours sleep. I prefer to try and wake up naturally. If I go to bed at 12 o'clock, I might naturally wake up at 5:36 anyway. I tend to only sleep for 5 or 6 hours at a time, and then I'll have like a daytime nap to get me through the evening. So if I was to go to sleep at 11:30, 12 a.m., then waking up earlier would be much easier for me. So that shouldn't be too difficult of a thing to fix. But who knows? Who knows? I am quite the procrastinator, and if I don't feel tired at midnight, instead of like maybe just putting something on to listen to and try and like doze off, I will just keep chatting absolute shit with all kinds of people who are complete strangers to me. So that's not something that I'm keen to have continue, but yeah, it probably will to a hopefully smaller extent. Um, Another thing that I want to do more of, because I still don't do it enough in my opinion, is use smaller sizes for thin value. Quite often I'll get to rivers and I'll know that the block bet's the correct thing to do from out of position, or just betting small in position just to try and get a crying call from like bottom pair or middle pair or something. But I've got like a bit of monster under the bed syndrome, irrational fear of being raised because I bet small, and that just rarely happens. And when it does happen, someone's usually just got the goods. So you know, getting better. I used to be really good at like block bet folding. Um, then I stopped using the siding. I'll stop using the sizing. Let's just restart this if we can. Yeah, so I stopped using the sizing and just got out of practice doing it. I think my general play out of position also needs to improve too. I think out of position I need to use more balanced strategies and just like play the board and my ranges rather than my actual hands. Whereas in position, kind of play more my opponent's range because we have more information and my actual hand strength. So I think like probably haven't done a good job explaining that, but I think when I'm out of position, I need to play a more, and let's face it, I don't play GTO, but I'll play a more like balanced GTO type style and just like stab at boards that theoretically hit my range and give up on boards that don't. And then when in position, kind of just use the information that I'm getting from being in position and dip into far more exploitable strategies using a different range of sizes. As when we're playing out of position, I'm not going to be hammering too many big bets in at any point. But when we're playing in position versus weak ranges or versus people who we think are strong and we're nutted, use much more exploitable sizes. So that's something that's a work in progress, certainly with the out of position bit, because I do not play anywhere near as well as I could out of position. I tend to give up too much when I don't have much, and perhaps give the strength of my hand away with my sizing too much when I'm strong. And that doesn't matter too much against bad players, but even bad players, when they've got position on you, can make life difficult. So I think I need to wise up a little bit. In position, very happy with my in position game. Need to wise up quite a bit probably with my out of position game. And one thing I definitely need to do, we talked about Discord earlier, is try not to well, not try not to, just don't fucking do it. Don't have like Facebook, Twitter, Discord open whilst I'm playing. Sometimes when I'm playing 3 tables, I don't have anything open. I don't need to have anything open. I can just sit, play, focus, concentrate. It's fine. When I drop down to maybe 2 tables and the action's not as thick and fast, sometimes I can wander and just be like, oh, just have a quick look at Twitter, quick catch up on Facebook, see who's on Discord chatting away. And the minute I do that, I lose concentration. We all do. And that obviously has an impact on my win rate. And what I need to get in the mindset of is what I'm doing on Facebook, Twitter, Discord. Is that important enough? Does it add enough value to my life to justify, burning who knows how much EV over the course of a month? Because if I'm doing that even just 20 hours a month and I'm cutting my win rate in half or more, then I may as well not be fucking playing. I think the minute I start thinking about turning Twitter, Facebook, Discord on, I need to start thinking to myself, well, are you still focused? Do you still want to continue your session? Or is it time to pack it in? That's the phone ringing. It's 10:05. It'll be a spam call. We're ignoring it. If it's mother, I'll be done in 10 minutes so I can phone her back. So yeah, I kind of want to avoid the passive autopilot. So, you know, doing the things that cause that passive autopilot are just going to have to go next month, because even though it's been a good month, um, that fucking phone, stop fucking annoying me. Yeah, so I've lost my fucking train of thought now. What a cunt. Yes, just stop doing the passive autopilot shit. And the minute I start noticing I'm on it, either do something about it to regain focus, or perhaps think, well, maybe we just need to relax and rest a little bit here and take a break. One thing that has been good for me this month, but I'm going to change a little bit next month, is I started playing some, because I joined the Sky Discord group, I started playing some MTTs in the evenings just to chat with those guys, try and get on their tables, have a bit of fun with them, etc. And whilst that didn't feel like it was a good use of my time, and in terms of making money at poker, it did feel nice. So from a social point of view, getting to know some new people, becoming part of a community that's new to me, especially in a community where perhaps I wasn't always the most popular guy due to my Sky videos that I made. So it's been nice from that respect. Got some fun new people to chat with, but also I didn't realise just how much it would help me, like putting in some 4 and 5 hour sessions. Because if you start registering tournaments at 7 o'clock through till say 9 o'clock, and then maybe you're looking at a deep running one, maybe you end up putting 4 and 5 hour sessions in, which I haven't done in cash games for ages until this month. But it's really helped me rebuild my mental muscle, and I found it much easier. I think there are a few things going on here. I find it much easier to play longer cash game sessions now. I think part of that is because I'm playing in the mornings when I have the entire house to myself, so I have no distractions, so I can stay focused for longer. But also just getting into the habit more of playing for 3, 4, 5 hours at a time. It's really helped me build that mental muscle for me and enabled me to put longer sessions in at the cash tables, which is obviously what we all want to be doing. If you're in good games, good soft games, you want to be in there as long as possible playing your A game, and that's certainly helped me with that. So that's kind of the things I'd like to improve on next month and how I'm planning on doing it. Just a couple of things to finish the video up, and that is that even though I've pointed out a few things there that I want to improve on, because I think we always need to be thinking, even no matter how good your month's been, what can I do better? That's how we get better. Instead of just oh, more of the same next month. Well, that was good, but what can we do even better to make next month even better in terms of performance? Then I think it's important, and I was really pleased with my second half of the month application. First half of the month wasn't too great with volume or results, to be honest. Results were pretty moderate, doing okay, but nothing special compared to the second half of the month. But that was due to the fact the house was a shit tip. We were doing renovations to it. Well, more decoration than renovations. Carpets fitted, painter and decorators in and out. My wife taking a long time to manage the project, and things not coming together as efficiently as I would have liked. That's just about finished now. We had an email this morning saying our furniture's ready to be dispatched, so that's going to come sometime this week, hopefully. And once the furniture's in and the old furniture is fucking gone and someone's taken it away for us, then that's the project finished. I know that she'll start another one sooner or later. I imagine our bedroom's going to be something that's going to have a lick of paint at some point, and the kitchen definitely needs some new flooring. But those things, they're not going to impact on my grind, or they shouldn't do at least. So I think like my volume this month's been okay, especially the second half of the month. It's been excellent. Hopefully, I can reproduce that over the whole of next month and perhaps add an extra 25 to 30% to my volume this month, which to finish off the video was um, I had 18,500 hands this month. I've perhaps got one session to go, so maybe we'll get that to 19,000. So I made 19,000 hands. I've made 1,600, mostly Aussie dollars. Some of it's US dollars, but we'll say it's Aussie dollars because that's the primary currency I play in. And then made around 200 in rate backs. That's 1,800 Aussie dollars, which comes to about £1,000 sterling, which I'd have taken at the start of the month. I think my goals for the start of the month, didn't really know what my volume was going to be, but I just kind of thought if we can reach four figures, maybe get to 1.2, 1.4k with rate back, I'd have been pretty happy. I've exceeded that, and it feels like I can exceed that next month. No, maybe not the money, because who knows, the money's beyond our control. But if I meet my volume goals and I meet my process goals in terms of like making sure that I'm trying to play as well as possible, then it's hyper unlikely I'll have a losing month in these games. And but we don't know. I mean, maybe we have a heater and I make 2.5k. Maybe we don't run so good and they only make 800. We don't know. Um, but I think that next month my goal is for at least 22,000 hands. I think I can probably do even better than that, to be honest. I, I, I tend to only play maybe 4 full days a week. That's Tuesday through Friday because that's what my work allows. Monday's a total day off, and then weekends, kind of half days because, um, I do things socially with my wife, with my family and stuff. So, even though weekends are the best time to play in terms of like where the best games are, probably, I think it's important to have the correct work-life balance and like all my kids are grown up now, they all work, so seeing them at the weekends or um, maybe in the evenings is better. My wife works 5 days a week, so her days off for the weekend. Don't think it'd be very nice for me to just say, well, love, you've worked all week, but it's the best time for me to play, so here's my fucking headset. I'm ignoring you for 5 hours a day, Saturday and Sunday, to play poker. It wouldn't be financially profitable, but I don't think it'd be plus EB in life because she might stop cooking for me and letting me have moderate sex a couple of times a week. Um, so yeah, I think it's important to strike those balances correctly. So yeah, that's how the month's been. We'll just pull up the client to provide the evidence to back up my claims of having a good month. So here we are. That's the $1,610 profit for the month. Ignore this 32,000. I wish it was 32,000, but some of that's in Filipino currency, so I haven't made that much. I would love to say I have, but I haven't. And this is like how it's gone by. Well, you can see how it's gone by day here. Each dot is a day. Sometimes there's an extended dot. That's like where I've had a day off there. That's where I've had a day off there. And there. So you can see like the Mondays usually where I don't play. Um, and this session here was before I decided to make significant changes to my game, revert back to playing a more nitty tight style. So I'm not saying it wouldn't have happened anyway, but that wasn't the greatest of sessions. But as you can see, there's not too many back-to-back losing sessions. There are there, but one of those was like a day where we just didn't play. There was a small loss. So usually it's like lots of green in there, punctuated with the occasional red session. But overall, pretty consistent. As you can see right to the end, where we played one session today, 871 hands for not much profit. Didn't play well. Actually, part of that session was post midnight last night, where I was chatting in Discord. Didn't do well. That's kind of prompted the Discord point I've made today in the video, where I was not really paying attention. I was playing three-handed at 2 tables and had Discord open. So that was actually a losing session. I was quite annoyed with myself. So, but we've clawed it back a little bit this morning. So all that adds up to around 18 and a half hands. I haven't done the exact figure. I just kind of went where I call that 500, just rounding up and down from the 50, so like 500, 1300, etc. But it's around 18,500. It could be 500 either way of that when we do it. But yeah, it's looking good. I'm really pleased. It's been a good month, much better than I expected. Well, not much better, but a little bit better than I expected, and it's encouraging that I think I can do even better still. So yeah, stay tuned. There'll be some more videos to come. I think tomorrow I'm going to record a session either myself playing with a new customer or the new customer is going to play and I'm going to watch him play and record that. And if we do, probably put that out on Friday or Saturday. Probably Friday. The videos tend to do better on Fridays than Saturdays. So I'll probably put that on Friday because I know some of you guys like sessions where there's two people in the conversation. I know I like making those videos. No promising, but I'm pretty sure we're on for tomorrow morning to make that. And if we do it, then you guys will get to see it just a day later. So yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed this update. There's not been much to look at, certainly not this fucking thing, but yeah, I've enjoyed doing it as an update. Hopefully, it provides you guys with some inspiration to get your own grind done in October, whether that's on the clubs I play on or whether it's on your own site, PokerStars, Sky, whatever. Hopefully, it's been an inspiration because if an old nit like me can put numbers like this together over just 18,000 hands, then fuck knows what you good players can do. So yeah, I think that's about it. Take care, everybody. Have a smashing week and good luck in what month's it going to be next? October. Good luck in October. Take care and bye bye for now.